All right, we're off to Wembley. We are playing the Oakland Raiders outside of the United States of America. Probably the first time ever that the Seattle Seahawks have played outside of the US of A, so that's interesting. I don't know statistically what kind of effect something like that can have on a game. If I had to guess, I would say it probably makes things a little more random, which I don't love because I feel like we're a better team than Oakland, and the last thing I want is some random stuff to happen that causes the result to be different than expected because, well, I mean, let's say that first of all. I expect to win this game. We are playing an Oakland team that had one good season 2 years ago and looked like they were building something, and over the last year plus, it's all fallen apart and everything that they thought they had that was good has suddenly turned bad. Gruden looks like a disaster. Although some of the stuff he's doing on offense is not so bad, the fact that he's running the team has been a disaster. Derek Carr has regressed badly. Their offensive line has regressed badly. Their defense is terrible. So this is a game that you have to win. And playing at a neutral site in a place like Wembley on what I assume is going to be a pretty shitty field, I don't like that. But we have to overcome it. If that's something we have to overcome, then so be it. But I don't like that. I mean, I've seen bad things happen on these shitty fields, and without looking it up, I have to assume that the field conditions might not be great tomorrow in Wembley. But we'll see. I'll give them a chance. I'll give them a chance to prove me wrong. I mean, maybe it'll be better than FedEx Field and Soldier Field and that shit, but that's my first concern about this game because nothing about the Raiders really concerns me. So this game tomorrow, Nick Vannett questionable, which is not great because we already have tight end problems. Deion Jordan questionable, again not great with what the pass rush has been doing anyway. Rasheem Green is out. KJ Wright still out. Other than that, it's pretty clean. So that's not so bad when you break it down. It's nothing that is enough to make me think that we might lose this game. So offensively, no excuses. I saw a stat last week. The Oakland Raiders, through 5 games, are averaging giving up 7 yards a play, 7.0 yards per play. That would be the worst mark of any team since the merger 50 years ago now, almost 1970. So that right then and there pulls all your excuses out. They're not doing anything good on defense, stopping the run, stopping the pass, rushing the passer, tackling. They can't be doing anything right if they're giving up 7 yards per play. Think of whatever horrible defenses in NFL history you've seen. For me, the go-to example will be the 2012 Saints, after Bountygate, whatever, or maybe the 2013 Dallas Cowboys. These historically bad defenses. The Raiders are on pace to be right there with them. So this offense needs to go out there, run the ball, prove to me that they can run the ball week to week because this offseason, when the Seahawks seemed to commit to trying to become a run first team because they drafted Penny, they brought in Mike Solari, they invested in a guy like Dwayne Brown, I was like, okay, if we want to be a run first team, that's fine. I'm not saying that is necessarily a horrible idea, but we need to be one of the best teams in the league at running. We can't be good. We can't be very good. We can't be great. We have to be elite. We have to be one of the, in my opinion, 3 or 4 best rushing teams in the league. Last week looked like one of the 3 best rushing teams in the league, but we got to keep it up. And if you want to earn that moniker of being a run first team, you need to run all over a team like Oakland. We should not have any kind of problem running the ball on the Raiders. So there's that. And obviously, it's not like the pass defense is playing any good either. They've got one decent pass rusher that I know of in Bruce Irvin because they traded Mack, and he's not great. So the offensive line, which has looked great the last 3 weeks, should continue, and we should be able to get some stuff through the air as well. Looking for Baldwin to have a good game after being kind of invisible last week. And we should produce big time stuff on the offensive side of the ball. Last week was a good start. I need to see that kind of stuff continue on, or else it's just one game. And when we're on defense, um, I saw some advanced metrics a couple days ago that said that Oakland's offensive line is in the bottom quarter of the league. It's like 25th out of 32 teams. 25th. So they're having real problems there with an offensive line that was elite as recently as 2 years ago. I think Osmele is going to be out. I know they have a couple other injuries on that front. So they're just not playing very well right now. So this is an opportunity for this pass rush to redeem themselves a bit because more than anything else, they're the reason why we did not win last week. More than anything else, this pass rush was the reason why we took that L because we just couldn't get to Jared Goff. And obviously, we don't know where it's going to come from besides Frank Clark. I mean, we know Frank Clark always gives maximum effort and plays really well and usually gets to the quarterback a few times a game, at least pressure-wise, but I don't know who else it's going to be, if it's going to be Jordan if he plays. You know, there's guys like Reed, there's bit players on the defensive line that we like. There's the opportunity to bring some blitzes, but whoever it is, the guys have to get it done because I think Derek Carr sucks. I'll be straight up with you guys. I think Derek Carr is a shitty quarterback. I don't even think he was good the year that everyone was saying, oh, he almost won MVP. No, he sucks. But the main reason why he sucks is that he turns into a little bitch whenever you get a little bit of quarterback pressure on him. As soon as you get a little pressure on him, he's throwing the ball away when there's no need to. He's making terrible decisions. The reason why he looked good in 2016, and I'm putting good in quotes because I think a lot of that shit was way overhyped, was because his offensive line gave him all the time in the world. So, yeah. Got to get pressure on him the same way we needed to get pressure on Goff and we didn't. We needed to get pressure on Dak and we did. So I've seen this team do both. They are capable of both. They can get pressure. They can fail to get pressure. What are they going to do this week? Amari Cooper is a good tight end. Amari Cooper is a good receiver. Jared Cook is a good tight end. Marshawn Lynch is a good running back. They have skill position players that are talented. They don't always play good, especially Amari Cooper, who, by the way, crossing my fingers for future Seattle Seahawk Amari Cooper. If I was an NFL GM, I'd be calling up John Gruden every day saying, hey, you guys don't want to pay Amari Cooper $13.5 million next year. You want to send him our way for maybe like a 4th-round pick and a 5th-round pick? He might say yes. I don't know. He's crazy. He's already done stupid shit. Why not ask him to do more stupid shit? But our secondary, which, I mean, Shaquille Griffin has not had a great 2 weeks, but I know he's a good player. I think he can hold up, but he's not going to be able to hold up forever, so obviously we need the pass rush to take care of it. When in games where we've had Bobby Wagner and Poona Ford in, it seems like we're stopping the run fine, so I'm not worried about Lynch killing us. And all the way around, guys, I think this is an opportunity for us to play a really good game and just get the win. So, summarize, run the ball, get pressure on Carr. I mean, it's kind of the same stuff I'm going to be saying every week because this is now a run-first team, so we have to own that identity. And this is a team that has not gotten to the quarterback very well this season, so they need to start doing that, or else nothing else they do on defense is going to matter that much. So, go Hawks. Interesting opportunity for us to go win a game overseas. Let's get it done. Let's get back into the wild card race because it's open, guys. The only team in the NFC that looks locked into a wild card is whoever loses the race between Carolina and New Orleans. Every other wild card team, they don't look that great. The Vikings don't look that good. The Packers don't look that good. The Buccaneers, I don't know what they're going to do now that they have Winston back in. I don't even know who the other wild card potential team might be. It's not going to come from the East. It's not going to come from our division unless it's us because the 49ers and Cardinals are tanking. So that 6th seed is there. But you got to win tomorrow, and then you look up and see where you are at that point. All right, going to be fun. Let's get this done. Go Hawks.